Hey there, Steve from Gym Hub. This week in the Gym Owners Network, we had a great question from Bradley Perrett, just asking around staffing what's the right amount to pay staff, because he continually gets people asking for a pay rise, even after giving up to 20% pay rise in the last 18 months. It's just a pretty complex question and one that I wanted to devote a video towards. A couple of things I'd sort of think about here. Number one is make sure you've actually got the money to do a pay rise. Sometimes our reluctance to increase someone's pay comes from the fact that there's just not enough meat on the bone after you've paid for your rent and your insurance and all that type of stuff. So number one, make sure you've actually put your prices up. We do an annual price rise, so we put up the prices of new people joining the gym, but we also increase by a couple of dollars per session or per week the people that are existing members of the gym. Not only does that cover the cost of increases in rent and insurance and electricity and things like that, but it does enable us to actually do an increase in wages if a trainer's worthy of one. Number two, I think it's important to create a bit of a opportunity for staff to earn more money if they're interested in doing so. So if someone goes on a fixed term wage, the only way they know to make more money is to keep coming back to you, Bradley, and saying, hey, can I get more money? So one of the things I try and do is give them opportunities to earn more money. So I'll say, if you sign someone up on a 6-month program, I'll give you $100 bonus. I might give them attendance bonuses. So they might have a certain wage of, $35 an hour to deliver a group class. But if you get, more than 20 people in the class, you'll earn $45 an hour. So sales is a good opportunity. Performance or attendance is a good opportunity. I think there's other roles like, coordinating people to participate in local fun runs where you can set someone a target, get 100 people to the event. We'll give you a bonus. So one of the things I try and do is give them other opportunities to earn more money. And when they sort of wake up on a Friday and they think, look, I'd like more cash socially or, to cover bills and things like that, they don't have to come back to you. Instead, there's a long list of ways that they go, all right, I'm going to do number 3 today, which is going to get me an extra $100 in my pay packet. Number 3, I think it's important to actually break down a few sort of business lessons around what it costs to run a fitness business. If you've never done it before, think about going into a team meeting and explaining a few of the basics about running a gym. So revenue in is like direct debits from memberships, and then revenue out is this whole long list of things that we have to cover. When your staff see that you've paid $2,000 for marketing and you've paid $1,000 for insurance and you've paid $3,000 for electricity and then you've paid cleaning fees and marketing fees, and it's actually a little bit of an eye-opener where they go, oh, so the Bradley's charging the client $100 an hour for personal training and he's paying me $40 an hour. What they don't understand, they're looking at that and going, well, he makes $60 profit on every session I do. But if they don't understand that, if they don't understand that there's actually running costs for a gym, I think that's actually up to us to give them a little bit of information. And I find, being a bit more transparent and teaching a little bit around business is actually a knowledge or a skill that a lot of our owners are interested in. So just to recap, number 1 is make sure you're actually charging enough. If there's not enough sort of meat on the bone in terms of, there's not enough profit in the business, it is difficult to actually increase their wages. Number 2, give them opportunities to earn more money doing other, tasks. Number 3, potentially look to explain to them how running a business works and what some of those expenses look like for you, so they're a little bit more sort of understanding. And then I think number 4, if we're our ultimate outcome is trying to attract good talent. It's trying to we're trying to attract good humans. We're trying to develop their skills, and we want to keep them around. I think it's kind of important to pay them as much as you can in your business. And unfortunately, sometimes if you look at your payroll percentage, it might be too high. So if you're charging $80 an hour for personal training and paying your trainer $60 to deliver that session, you're actually losing money after all the costs we just spoke about of running a fitness business. So one of the easiest ways you can actually drop your payroll percentage is to hire some new trainers. So the newest trainers that come in the door, you can start them on $35 an hour or $40 an hour. Give them a bunch of sessions, and that'll obviously help to reduce your payroll percentage if you've got other more experienced trainers that have been there for 10 years that are earning $60 an hour. I hope that makes sense. So not an easy question to answer via messenger, but I appreciate Bradley for being in the Gym Owners Network and asking this question. There's sort of 4 ideas around what I would encourage you to think about. I think 60 grand as a salary, which you mentioned, is pretty strong. At the same time, if they're paid for a full-time wage and they're only doing 32 hours, or they're standing around twiddling their thumbs, that could actually be costing you more than you think about. So yeah, it may actually be better to keep them on a casual rate, which is a higher rate, where they feel like, I'm earning $45 an hour, as opposed to trying to work out what their hourly rate is on a wage. Obviously, with a wage, they're paid sick pay and they've got holiday pay and things like that. So not everyone's suited to a salary. A lot of people get on a salary. They feel like that's a guaranteed sort of income for the week, and they just pull up the handbrake and they get a little bit complacent, a little bit lazy. Some people are better suited and are higher performers if they actually have to go and hunt each week to make their money. That's what we have to do as business owners. We have to go and wake up each week and find new members to come and sign up. We have to deliver the product before we make money. There's no certainties around what we make, and it seems to work well for us. So perhaps something to consider, just thinking about who's the ideal trainer, and are they better suited to a higher casual rate, or perhaps more of that sort of job security of a salary with some bonuses and incentives in place if they want to earn more. I hope that makes sense. Thanks, Bradley. Bye.